Hello kids, this is your teacher JC and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are interested to learn basic English and math, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for you to be updated to our upcoming videos. So, are you excited with our lesson for today? Without further ado, let's start! In today's video, I will be discussing about sentence combining using coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. Let's review. The conjunction is the seventh of the 8 parts of speech. Just for the record, these are the 8 parts of speech. We'll begin with noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Let's start with the basic definition. Conjunction are words that join words or group of words. It is a connector, okay? And these are the two main types of conjunctions. We have coordinating conjunctions and subordinating conjunctions. We will begin with coordinating conjunctions. F for, and, but, or, yet, and so. Fun boys. Coordinating conjunctions join two words or word groups of the same grammatical rank or importance. Example, independent clauses. I will be explaining it to you what is independent clauses, but before that, I want you to be informed that in this lesson, we will be using only three coordinating conjunctions, and these are and, but, and or. Let's continue. Independent clauses. Clauses of equal value are called independent clauses and can stand on their own as a separate sentences. For example, John is running in this race, comma, and I am carrying his water bottle. Our first clause is John is running in this race. It is an independent clause because it can stand alone. It expresses a complete thought. It has a subject, John, and a complete predicate, is running in this race. Who is running in this race? It's John. John is doing what? Is running in this race. The same thing with our second clause or sentence, I am carrying his water bottle. Our subject is I, and our complete predicate, I'm carrying his water bottle. Please be informed that if you will using coordinating conjunction to combine, to connect two independent clauses, there should be a comma after your first clause. Like, John is running in this race, comma, and I am carrying his water bottle. Is it clear? Let's continue. Let's begin with our first coordinating conjunction, and. Use and to connect things that are alike or joined together. Example, I want popcorn, comma, and he likes pizza. Another example, Mary likes milk, comma, and Jean likes tea. Second example, PJ went to the party, comma, and I went home. Last example, my family went to the park yesterday, comma, and we had a wonderful time. Another conjunction, but. But is used to connect things that are different or separated. Example, Jeffrey wants popcorn, comma, but he doesn't like corn. Another example, Isa walked to the class, comma, but Arvin ran. Another one, Anthony drank coffee, but William drank tea. And last example, Arnold ran fast, but he couldn't catch Janelle. Okay? Let's have our third conjunction, or. Or is used to offer a choice. Example, Isaac cooked dinner, or she went out to a restaurant. Another one, she is going to the movies, or she is going to the mall. Our second and third example is in a question form. Now let me read our second example. Will Lolita go or will Jasper go? Last example. Should we start the class now, or wait for everyone to get here? Is everything clear now how to use and, but, and or in a sentence? Remember, these are the coordinating conjunctions. F for, A for and, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. Now let's continue with our second type of conjunction, and this is what we call subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions introduce dependent clauses. Dependent clauses cannot stand alone as a single sentence. In fact, the clause is dependent on the rest of the sentence for its meaning. What does it mean? Example, since I will not be home, Rizel will answer the phone. Our dependent clause here is since I will not be home, and our subordinating conjunction is since. Earlier I mentioned that subordinating conjunctions introduce dependent clause. Since I will not be home is our dependent clause because it doesn't make sense by itself. It is dependent on the rest of the sentence for its meaning. It is a dependent clause because it doesn't express a complete thought. It can't stand alone. It should be connected to our independent clause to make it sense. And our dependent clause, it begins with subordinating conjunctions. And there are many subordinating conjunctions that can be found online. But let me give you the commonly used. And these are although, because, as, while, until, whether, since, after, so that, when, before, and if. If you will see these words at the beginning of the clause, it is your guide or an indicator that it is a dependent clause. Do I make myself clear? Now, there are two ways how to connect dependent clause and independent clause. Example, we celebrated after we won the game. We started with independent clause. We celebrated, followed by our dependent clause after we won the game. If you will begin with dependent clause, it will be written like this. After we won the game, we celebrated. There is a present of a punctuation mark between dependent and independent clause, and that is comma. If your sentence begins with independent clause followed by dependent clause, no need to use a comma. Okay? Another example. Because our train was delayed, we arrived late. We begin with dependent clause followed by comma and independent clause, and we use subordinating conjunction because. And other way around, we arrived late because our train was delayed. Another example. Nadia listened quietly while Nati explained her theory. Our subordinating conjunction here is while. If we will begin with dependent clause, it will be written like this. While Nati explained her theory, Nadia listened quietly. Last example. As Joy blew out the candle on top of her birthday cake, she caught her hair on fire. Our subordinating conjunction here is as. If we will begin with independent clause, it will be written like this. Joy caught her hair on fire as she blew out the candles on top of her birthday cake. Is everything crystal clear? And that concludes our lesson for today.
I hope you have understood our lesson for today, but if you have questions, clarifications, and queries about our lesson, don't forget to write that one in the comments section below and I'll do my best to answer all your concerns. Once again, this is your teacher JC saying, never stop learning. For when we stop learning, we stop growing. Goodbye!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.